All right, good night again, everyone. We've had some more people join in. So because this is a little later for us on this time zone, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. It is being recorded tonight, so if there's any one of your friends and family who are unable to join us, just please let them know that it is being recorded. However, if you know of anyone that should be on, pass this link on, make sure that they are able to get on tonight's call. We have a lot of exciting information to go over. You're going to be talking to or getting a chance to hear from TJ from the Kingdom Financial Group. He's going to be going over the new process that I've been telling you guys about, the new community that we are emerging into, and he's just going to go over the new process, the detail, how they work. So if you have any questions in regards to your personal journey up until this point, please be sure to message me or Roma if you've been speaking to her privately. Tonight is just really about the new process. So anything else, we can discuss sidebar, but I hope you guys like what you're gonna hear. And TJ, you can go ahead and take it over.
All right, all right. Hello, everybody. Can everybody hear me clearly? If you can hear me clearly, just type in the chat that you can hear me. If you have your markers on, just turn your markers off if you know how to do that. I'm seeing a large yellow line on my screen. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it as well. But definitely welcome, welcome. My name is TJ. Just wanted to come on and begin to share a little bit about Kingdom Financial with you guys. Good. Everybody saying they can hear. Great, great, great. Awesome. All right. So again, welcome to Kingdom Financial. First of all, just want to let you guys know a little bit about who we are. If you have not heard about who we are, we're pretty much just a group of people that do the same thing you guys pretty much have been doing already, with a slight twist to it. Just a little bit about myself. I know you guys are going to have a lot of questions and concerns. And let me just start off by saying I myself has been in several different gifting communities. I myself also has lost several amounts of dollars in these gifting communities. And so myself, along with a couple of other people, kind of got together who have also lost money in these quote unquote suits or whatever you want to call it, flowers, whatever the case may be. And just got together and kind of try to figure out a process that would kind of make this begin to work and make it easier, so that it would be a beneficial blessing to those that are part of it. So that's kind of how Kingdom Financial Group got started. Even though we lost a lot of money in gifting communities, I mean, we've seen it all from the mega board to the $4,000 boards. I mean, the total ins and outs of it. I mean, we've lost all the way around, and we just kind of had to come together and try to figure out a way to kind of make sure things begin to go forward and run kind of smoothly. So not only did we lose a lot of money when we came into this, and because of the people we had tied to our name based on our integrity and our character, we wanted to make sure that this type of thing did not sever relationships. I've seen a lot happen a lot of times where relationships are severed. And the reality is this is supposed to be something for family and friends. And it's a bad thing when you can come and begin to be a part of something that is supposed to be a blessing for you, your family, and your friends. And at the end of the day, it causes you to begin to lose your friends, lose your family, and create all kind of chaos and confusion amongst those that you love, know, and trust. So that was our main priority when we first came in and kind of got started with Kingdom Financial Group, because we had literally been burnt by other communities, and we just had a lot of people that we had invested in, and a lot of people we have brought to the community per se, and other communities, and we just had a responsibility to make sure that our relationship stayed intact. So we wanted to make sure we had character and integrity. So we ended up birthing out Kingdom Financial Group. So that's where it kind of started from. That's where it kind of originated from. And so doing that, it was kind of to a place where we had no choice but to begin to move forward and begin to implement some processes, implement some plans, and put some things in motion to really make sure that this was really truly going to be a blessing for other people as well as us and our families. So not only did we lose money, we invested a lot of money as well. If you have not had a chance to visit our website, kfg1.org, that is our website. So we spent a significant amount of money in building a secure website for our users. Also, we just recently launched the platform that you're actually seeing now, which is our automated system, which has really been a game changer for our whole entire community. We invested a lot of money in this application where everything is kind of on an automated system. That way people are not waiting to be gifted. People know in real time kind of what's going on, and no longer can you begin to uh, pretty much depend on the admins for everything. Everything is user friendly. You have the access to begin to look at your back office. Immediately when you sign up, you can be gifted. And in you guys' case, I know you guys are actually, people are gifting for you guys, or someone is actually in charge of doing the gifts for you guys. So you guys can kind of be back in position versus just having to re-gift per se. So you guys are in a good position. You have a good leader that has made a conscious decision to say, hey, I don't want my people to lose. I want them to be able to merge with a community that is making a difference and seeing results, real results, other than just, people that's always at the top, just keep collecting, but yet everybody else is not getting anything. So you have a great leader that has begun to take on the weight of beginning to give forward to make sure you guys come into the program with nothing off of your backs except willing to begin to say, hey, this thing is set up for me to run it. Now let me take control of the wheel. She's literally giving you the vehicle, and all you got to do is when she hands you the keys, just start driving. That's all you have to do. So my hat goes off to her for everything that she is doing to try to make this a blessing for you guys. So again, we've invested a lot into this, and it's been a proven system that has been working since we began to start this model. So wherever you are right now, I know again, you guys have tried different things, probably like we have, to try to make this work. You tried cutting the money in half. You tried gifting forward and all this kind of stuff. And the reality is, it still didn't work. It still ended up stalling out. People still end up losing their funds. So what I'm going to begin to cover about tonight is a little bit about how our automated system works. And again, you no longer have to be in a position where you have to worry about, well, let me blame the admins because they told me who to gift. Let me blame the admins because they told me this, they told me that. Now everything is going to be in your hands. Literally, when they hand you the keys, you will be able to drive this vehicle through Kingdom Financial Group and begin to maneuver in the best way that you see fit, which means this system is going to tell you in real time who to give, always put you in the best position where you will get gifted quickly. All right, we had some people, we just launched this software not too long ago, and the first day we launched it, I mean, we had about half of the team members, about a quarter of those team members already starting to get gifted the very same day. That's how powerful this is. The computer does not care. And what I mean by the computer does not care is once you sign up, you gift, it tells you who to gift. I mean, it's no stipulation on, I know periodically in time before on the manual boards, we used to do it on the manual flowers. Maybe some of you relate to that term, flowers. We would have to wait until the person on the right-hand side of the flower got their people, or waited till the other 4 people on the other side got their people before we can even progress to the next level. With this program, you don't have to do this. So which means whether you're doing like what your leader is doing, is basically stacking most of you all together, or if you're inviting people to the community on your own, the computer does not care. It's going to begin to move you forward with the people you have underneath you so that you're not held up by somebody else. So there's no more being held up by people on your board, no more being held up by people on your flower, or being held up by the admin because they're too busy answering telephone calls, checking emails, whatever the case may be. The computer does all the heavy lifting for us, all right? So I'm just gonna go into how it works just a little bit, and then I'm gonna open up the floor for some questions. Again, I count it an honor to be speaking to you guys tonight, being a part of one of the faces rather, through Kingdom Financial Group. So this is what our portal begins to look like. This is just our demo model here. And once you guys actually start merging in, which a lot of you have already started merging in, because I know Janae has already started doing that. So you guys, once she hands you the keys to this vehicle, this is the part where you're going to begin to go into, all right? Just so you'll know how to reach this particular screen, you're going to go to Kingdom. Let me just type it in the chat so you guys can get it there. It's going to be kfg1online.com, all right? And if you guys are making notes, you can just jot this down, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. So whenever she gives you your login and your password, again, this is going to be the portal that you come to. It's going to be kfg1online.com, and you'll be able to enter your username and your password and enter into the back office. All right. So from you guys' perspective, the presentation is going to be a little bit different tonight because, again, I'm talking to an emerging group that's kind of already coming in and just kind of giving you guys a heads up of where you are to answer any questions you guys may have. So when she gives you those logins and passwords, let's just say, just for example, you're going to be KFG2, just for an example, if this is your password, let's log in. She's going to give you the login KFG2. Let's just say, for hypothetical speaking, that's your username. And let's just say your password, whatever she gives you, it'll be your password. Just type your password in there. And we're going to use KFG 2020 just for the password, okay? We're going to log in. And this is what the back office is going to look like. This is what your portal is actually going to look like once you begin to log in, all right? Let me pull this chat section over so I can see my screen here. This is what your back office is going to look like, or your user panel is going to begin to look like, all right? Of course, it has welcome KFG test, because we're just doing a demo for you guys, just so you guys can kind of know how the system works. So it should say welcome, whatever your name is here. And then it's going to tell you pending gifts that need to be sent, approved gifts, approved sent gifts, also who sponsored you, if anybody sponsored you particularly. In you guys' case, because you guys are kind of merging in and you kind of stacking under each other, you guys would just use the master link, which will always say pretty much banker will be your username sponsor, all right? If you want to know what board you're coming on in, everybody starts on the same board. And again, let me just go over this just a little bit, because I know, again, you guys may have did it a little differently. The reason why we've had so much success starting out with these particular models is because what we do is we start off at a mini board 1.0, which is what we like to call the $50 board. All right, on that $50 board, you begin to, once you move off that $50 board, you move and migrate to the 150 board. All right, once you move off that 150 board, you migrate and progress to the standard board, which is the $500 board, which is where most of us kind of got brought into and kind of got stalled off at one point in time. So we're all familiar with the $500 gifting in and getting 4,000 back. So that's the standard board. And then after you move off that board, you move to the mega board, which is the $1,500 board with a blessing payout right now of $8,000. But we're looking to raise that back up to 12. And the reason why we don't have it at 12 just yet, because we actually use those extra funds to give forward just to help the community out and also help with the software of the program. All right. And so let me show you exactly why this program works a little bit better than most of the models you may have seen, because number one, these boards are a lot smaller. So which means on your typical board, you have noticed that you would need 8 people in order for you to be gifted at the water level, or what we like to call the banker level, okay? You would need 8 people on the bottom to pay or gift the person that's in the banker position or in the water position. With the mini board 1.0 and the mini board 2.0, that is not the case. And this is why people are getting paid out and gifted out in the very same day that they come in, or the very next day, or pretty much the very same week. Because no longer do you need those 8 people. So which means on the mini board 1.0, the mini board 2.0, you only need 4 people, all right? So when those 4 people come in and give you $50, you're gonna begin off of a $50 gift that you came in with, you're gonna begin to get 200 back immediately, all right? For those of you that say, you know, I've been on a $500 board, how can I regroup my funds? What do I do? I don't wanna feel lost. And again, that's not you guys' case, because your leader is already making the investment and the sacrifice to make sure she gives for you guys on this $50 board. But let's just say if you found somebody in another community who's stuck on a $500 board, and this is why we created, maybe they're stalled out. The reality is it's a whole lot easier to re-gift $50 versus $500. And here's the plan and the model we set it up, because when you actually make it to the, get those first 4 people to gift you on the 1.0, you get $200, which what all you did was put in 50, you got 200. So now, once you move to the next level, you're gonna gift to the mini board 2.0, which is a 150 gift. And again, it's 4 people that's going to begin to gift you at the banker position or the water position. So once you get those 4 people, you've already 150 times 4 people, that's $600. So you've already got your gift investment back that you put in on the $500 board just that quick. So now versus getting 8 people in order for you to get gifted, you only need 4 on those 2 platforms. The benefit behind this is because once you start on the $50 board and progress to the 150 board, you've already got your following, you've already got your 2 people, you already got the people behind you that you need, so that when you get to the $500 board, your board cannot stall. There's no reason your board should stall on the, or your flower should stall on the standard board or the mega board. Reason being is because the very same board and the very same people that gifted you on the $50 board, the 150 board, the computer is automatically going to shoot them people right behind you. And if those people decide to drop out or whatever the case may be, or maybe moving slow, or maybe didn't give, decided they were going to give slow, or whatever the case may be, the computer is going to move them and just let the next person is already ready come on up, so that the person in the banker position or the water position is not just sitting there waiting to get gifted. All right. So that's the power behind this model. That's the power behind this um, automated system. All right. Again, once you move from that $500 board, that's the place where most of us already were. Now you're going to begin to move forward right into the mega board. That's what we call the mega board. All right. Because on that mega board, you begin to understand we have gifts available on that as well. So that can be gifted forward to begin to help sponsor some of those people who may have lost on the $500 board previously. They'll get a $4,000 pay it forward or gift it forward based on that mega board. So on the mega board, you would actually clear or take home a gift of $8,000. But again, the way things are progressing, the way things are moving, we're going to raise that mega board back up pretty soon, because nobody is having an issue, honestly, on our $50 board. I mean, people are coming in. The people who said I didn't have two people, I couldn't find two people, whether they was merging or not. You know, the merging community, they just kind of stack each other, so they didn't have a problem. But those that really had an issue finding two people, and the reality is they have a hard time because a lot of people get burned in these communities. So, you know, if a family member came to me and said, hey, I found this opportunity, I want you to be a part of it, you give $500, I'm going to say no if I've already been burnt by one. But the reality is, if a friend or a family member come to me and say, hey, trust me, you know, it's working for me and I want you to be a part of it. I know you're a part of the other one and it didn't work. This is all you got to do. All you got to do is trust me with $50. I'm more acceptable to trust somebody I know, that I love, and that I trust, to give them a chance for $50 versus losing again at 500. And again, I've tried many mega boards where I've gifted $1,400, I've gifted $1,500, I've gifted $500, and I've lost several times. And it wasn't until we came and began to start our own community and do this thing the way that we kind of had a vision to do it, that we started seeing some type of benefit from it. All right. So we have people all in our community from Jamaica, Trinidad, Canada, United States. I mean, all over the place. We still have people coming in. So we're so excited that so far, so good. Everything is moving the way we expect it to move, especially with the blessing of this automated system. All right. So again, that's what your backboard is going to look like. So everybody's going to start out at the $50 board. So you can't start at 150. You can't start at 500. You can't start at the mega board. It is designed for us to start at the mini board because we don't want you to stall out. All right. Because we have a lot of people to say, well, can I just start the $500 board? I got my two people. I got people that can come in. Yeah. But the reality is, after a while, people going to keep getting burnt in other communities. And it's going to be a whole lot difficult to keep that board going. So we want everybody to start at $50, where it's a low risk gift. It's a low risk and gifting level. So that way, if someone comes in, they lose $50, they ain't lost no money. All right. They haven't lost anything. They're not going to give you that excuse. I lost $500. They're not going to drill you down in the ground because of $50. All right. And again, the reality is we've had a 100% success rate with these $50 boards. So though, again, we've had people come wanting to be big shots and say, you know, the $50 ain't enough for me. $200, I can make that in my sleep. If you can make that in your sleep, you don't need this platform. But if you're looking for something to build stability, so that you're not in the same situation you was in before you got here, is mandatory that everybody start on the $50 board, even though it's small, even though it may not be much to you or somebody else. There is somebody that's $200 is a lot too, $50 is a lot too. So we want to make this affordable for everybody, so that way people are not spending their rent money, their car payment, all types of stuff. I mean, you've heard the stories. Some of you may have even done it yourself. You know, you put in the last that you had based on what somebody said. We don't want you to have that experience with Kingdom Financial Group. That's not about who we are. All right. So everybody has to start that $50 board. If you come in and try to go to the 150 board, just for example, once you get your login, let's say if you come in, click on 150 because you want to try to go to the 150 board, this is what the response you're going to get. Currently, you are not available for Mini Board 2.0. All right. So the only way you can get available is to get gifted through the $50 board. All right. So that's what everybody's gonna be looking at right now, is that $50 board, Mini Board 1.0. And again, because you guys are kind of being stacked together, you really don't have to worry about your two people. But let me say this, those that are in the community, I always like to say, just because you don't have to get two people, still share it with two people, because the more people that share it, the longer this thing is gonna be and the more closer we can get to eventually wrapping it all the way around. So those that go through the $1,500 mega board can come back and be one of your two on the $50 board. But we need a significant amount of people to do that. It's not going to happen with 300 people. It's not going to happen with 500 people. I mean, we're talking, you're going to need about, I think we did the math, about 4,500 to 5,000 people or more just to begin to have them loop around to make sure that there's somebody in position for everybody that's on the bottom. So, you know, don't come in and just start getting gifted and get excited and say, hey, it's not working, you know, it's working for me, so I'm just gonna keep, you know, going because I already got these people they put under me. If you get gifted, it will behoove you to share this opportunity and say, hey, look, we came over, you know, we got burnt the first time, but this is starting to work for us. Check it out. It's only $50 for you to join. Try it out. You know, the more people you bring into the community, the further and the more stability you're going to build for this particular program and for yourself and your family. All right. So let's just say you already have them available. Let's say you maybe you came in and you're the last one in the merger, and now you have to share this with two people, or maybe the person you're seeing other people in your community that you merged with getting gifted, and you know that it's working. Maybe another family member saw that it was working, whatever the case may be. All right. Now you're going to share this with your two people. Now, again, because you guys are merging, you guys really don't have to worry about that right now. Just kind of keep contact with your team leader, Janelle, and she'll kind of let you guys know what the process is. And because we have other people coming into the community as well, you may not never need two people. All right. We got, as I was explaining to her earlier, we got about 200 people that hasn't even came in yet, along with you guys group. So it's kind of like based on a first come, first serve right now. So just whoever get in first, we don't know who the last legs are going to be, but just know those last people. And we're encouraging everybody. Don't just think because you come in on the last leg that you just stuck and you get the short end of the straw to try to find two people. No, it doesn't matter if we're stacking you or not. We're telling everybody within our community already, you know, go ahead and still share. It's only $50. All right. If your influence is not to the capacity of someone trusting you with $50, I mean, you're kind of in bad shape if your trust factor is not at that magnitude. Okay, we need to begin to work on something else versus a gifting program. We need to work on character and integrity. But that's not to put anybody down. I'm just saying, you know, it's more of a flexibility coming in on that $50 and easier for people to share this opportunity. I like to say a lot of times, just because you go to a restaurant and eat one bad steak, it don't make every steak you eat bad. All right. And that's the reality with these gifting communities. Just because you went to 3 or 4 of them and they was bad, you didn't get gifted, it doesn't mean there are not opportunities out here and other gifting communities that are not working. All right. And I'm not saying that Kingdom Financial Group is the only gifting community that is working. I'm pretty sure there are some more other people out there that's figured it out, just like we figured it out. Okay. An idea is not just given to one person. An idea is given to anybody that has a mentality to open up their mind and allow the idea to begin to form and come into their heart and their mind to begin to produce that idea and make it manifest into what they actually saw the vision for it to be. All right. Again, if you guys are seeing some squiggly lines on your screen, just don't mind those. That's coming from you guys having your markers on. Let me see if I can just actually bag this out, because that's a lot of scribble scrap on there. Let me see if I can bag this out without losing everything there. I'm not sure if I actually can. We're going to try. Again, if you guys have your markers on, the best way to do this is turn that marker off. All right. That's why it's actually doing that, because you guys actually have the markers on. All right. There you go. See, some of you guys are taking them off. So yeah, it's not on my end. You guys can kind of take those markers off. It will help you out tremendously so people can actually see. There we go. You guys are taking it off. Okay, good, good, good. Great, great. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can go back here. I'm not supposed to be in that one. Let's see here. All right, somebody still had that marker on. We have a big line right there. All right, great. Thank you, whoever took that off. All right, so we got them cleared off. All right, good. Can everybody still see my screen? If you can still see my screen, just type in the chat. You can still see. Let me just make sure that we didn't lose anybody in there. If you can still see. Good, great, great. All right. All right, let's get back to where we were then. Let me minimize the chat and let's go back. All right. So again, you can't move forward to the other board. This is where everybody's going to begin to start from that particular place. All right. So let me just go over what's in the back of this dashboard before I actually go through everything. All your personal information will be here. your name, your email address, and your mobile number. And the reason for that is if someone needs to contact you in order to give you a gift a different way than what you have set up, they can always have access to contact you. All right. You can go ahead and change your account. Let's say when Janelle gives you your password and your login, you can go in and verify all your information. If your name is incorrect, if your email is incorrect, your phone number is incorrect, whatever the case may be, you can definitely change all of that. Your address will not show to anybody in the system except the admins. All right. So those are those just working behind the scenes. And you can always just put NA for your address, your city, and your zip code. That's not a mandatory thing that you have to put that there. But if you do choose to put that there, you do know that other people in the community who gift you will not be able to see your address, because we do maintain a level of security as well, because we do know we live in a crazy world. So don't worry about your address there. But if you're not comfortable putting your address, just put NA. And the system will still let you operate just fine. But this is where you can go and change all your information. If you want to upload a picture, you can do all that information as well. I'm pretty sure once she gives you guys your login and password, some of you may want to change your password. Just click on change password. You'll enter the old password and put your new password in. Boom, you just change your password. All right. Gifting summary. All right. This is the place where you want to begin to make your best friend. All the gifts that you receive will be here. So if anybody has a gift that they're trying to send you, it will show here. If you have a gift that needs to be sent or have sent the gift, it will be showing here. So for example, this particular test is already gifted. So they gifted the person in the banker position their $50 gift. So it shows there who I've gifted. This will keep up with your records all throughout the process. All right. So you want to definitely be notified of that. The settings menu is where all your payment settings are. All right. So when you click on payment settings, if you want to change your Cash App, set up your Zelle, your PayPal email, because we do have people in Jamaica, Trinidad, and different places. You may end up having someone gift you through that way, but you do not have to put your bank account number there. Trust me, if they're in Jamaica or they're in a different country and they want to gift you, they will contact you by email, by telephone call, and say, hey, I don't have PayPal, I don't have Zelle, I don't have Cash App. Would you be willing to do a wire transfer or do MoneyGram, Western Union, whatever the case may be, so that I can make sure that you're gifted, all right? So all that's going to be listed under your settings for your payment settings. If you ever need to send a message to somebody or somebody needs to message you, you can do that through the composed mail, inbox mail, sent mail. And if there's any notifications or anything like that from us here at the back end of Kingdom Financial Group, all that will be in your notifications, your news feeds, and any documentation that you might need. All right. Really, a lot of people are not really using the bottom ends right now since we've launched the program. Let me go back up to referral structure. Referral structure will be anybody that you personally referred to Kingdom Financial Group. Again, you guys really don't have to worry about that right now because you're kind of being stacked together under the master link. But if you get to a point where you know you're inviting people personally, I'll show you guys how to do that as well. But all of those people will be listed under your referral link, under your referral tree, your referral list, and your referrals. All right. So let's go a little bit deeper into this so I can show you exactly how this is going to work. Again, this will keep up with your total earnings for the entire duration of you being a part of Kingdom Financial Group. So you will already know exactly how much money you have sent in gifts. You will automatically know how much money that you have received and took home for yourself. So for those of you that are looking at the tax purpose to see how you need to do your taxes, if you go over the certain tax bracket or whatever the case may be, and you need to know exactly how much that you did bring in, because the reality is if you give some through Cash App, through Zelle, you can't keep up with it all. If everybody's gifting you, by the time you get to the mega board, you cannot keep up with it all. But with this automated system, now you can. So it will tell you exactly the total you received, the total you sent out, and the total that you pretty much profited for yourself within this system, okay? All right, so let's say you received your login, your password, and now you want to personally invite somebody to come specifically under those that are directly under you, all right? So the best way to do that, again, most of you are going to use that master link, and if some of you are going to sign up through Janelle by her giving it to you and she's not doing it herself, she would just send you guys the master link. After you receive that master link, and I really don't recommend anybody sharing with nobody else until you guys are fully in the community, especially those who have not gotten gifted first. I know she did mention to me earlier, she's trying to put those that have not got gifted ahead of those who've already been gifted, so they have an opportunity to be gifted. All right. So I do recommend that everybody kind of be in the community first before you use your own personal affiliate link. All right. And what I mean by affiliate link, this is your affiliate URL right here. All right. So when you begin to log into your back office or your user panel, you're going to see affiliate URL. Every member has one. All right. You don't have to write it down. You don't have to do anything. It's going to always be there. All you got to do is just copy this link. All right. Again, once you've already got into the system through the master link, then you can start using your personal link to invite personal people to the platform. So let's say if you want to do that, all you got to do is just literally copy here. It's going to copy that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to simply just log out of your account. All right. And you're going to send them that link. All right. And you can text it to them, whatever the case may be, however you really want to do it. You can just text them that link, email it to them, whatever the case may be, however you guys want to do it. They're going to click on it, put it in their computer, copy and paste it, and it's going to go. All right. So once they do that, it's going to take them to this screen. However they click on it, this is the link. This is what they're going to see when you send them that link. All right. So when you send them that link, they're going to fill out the form. And let's just say we're going to do one. Let's just do it for, let's do KFG. Let's do 10, because I'm not sure how many people we have in here. We're going to do KFG 10. All right. Just for the name of the person. All right. Last name, let's just put Kingdom. Email address, whatever the email address is for that particular person, we'll put it there at gmail.com. Mobile number, whatever that mobile number is, they will definitely put that there. Whatever country they're in, they will select the country. And let's just put the username, it's the same thing, KFG10. It's going to be the username and the password. We're going to do KFG 2020. Let's do that again. All right. Confirm your password. And again, you don't have to put bank account number if you don't want to. You can just let them call you for that. Cash app, whatever your cash app is, you want to definitely put that there. We're just going to put KFG10 just for the training. Whatever the Zelle is, maybe it's your phone number. You can put the phone number there or email, whichever one it may be. Let's say if you have PayPal, you can do the same thing, KFG10 at Gmail, whatever your PayPal is. All right. So if you didn't have one of these, you would just leave it blank. But however, I always tell people, I recommend you getting all three of these platforms because you never know where somebody's going to try to gift you from. So a lot of people that are not in the United States use PayPal and wire transfer or MoneyGram or something like that. But most of them try to have PayPal set up. So I always say, go ahead and set that PayPal up quickly. Do a test. A test transaction, because the first transaction through PayPal, I do know they hold it for 21 days. All right. So it's best to go ahead and just go ahead and set it up, get it out the way and have it. I'd rather have it and not need it than to have it and can't use it. All right. I'll have to sit and wait 21 days before I receive my gifts. All right. Once you do that, you're going to click on terms and conditions, and terms and conditions. You guys can kind of see it on our website. You can go and look at that if you want to know more about our terms and conditions. But everyone has to approve that they read our terms and our conditions. And once that person does that, they will hit submit, and immediately they're signed up. So now, when that person logs in, KFG10, and let's log in as that person. All right, so that person is logging in now. They signed up under your affiliate link. This is the thing that they're going to see. Alert, you have a pending gift to send. Please click here for more details. So when they click here, it's going to tell them who they need to gift to. And again, that same person is in the banker level now, is Audra and Reedy. And so what has to happen, they have to gift them. And when you get to the banker level, the person will receive the same thing that you received. So I don't have to call the admin. I don't have to wait on the admin to gift. It's right here. The computer is telling me who to gift. So as soon as I'm ready to gift, all I got to literally do is just hit send gift confirmation. And that's how it's designed and set up. I do recommend, let me say this, if you're signing people up or if you're signing up, anybody that's signing up, I recommend as soon as you sign up to go ahead and gift, because what happens is if you don't give and time continue to go by and people keep getting added or stacked underneath you, those people will end up passing you because the system has recognized that you have not gifted. So it's best that once you sign up, go ahead and gift as soon as you sign up. So that way you're not giving up your position because the computer is saying you refuse to give. All right. So once you sign up, let's go ahead and send gift confirmation, because I want to go ahead and send my gift. And right away, it's going to tell me what their Cash App, what their PayPal, what their Zelle is, what their account number is. So whatever it is, would be here. And so I just go ahead and send it from my phone. And once I send it from my phone, just say, okay, my gift has been sent. You're gonna send a little note, and then all you're gonna do is click this little file and upload the screenshot. Let me see if I can get here. There we go. And you're gonna just upload the screenshot. Whatever that link is, upload the screenshot and then hit send gift confirmation. All right. And once you hit send gift confirmation, it's gonna say gift confirmed, successfully sent. All right. So now that's it. All you gotta do now is wait for Arjun Reedy to approve your gift, which means for him to say that he's received that gift, to go ahead and sign off on that gift and approve it so that you can continue to move forward. All right. He automatically gets a notification saying he's been a pending gift has been sent, and all he got to do is approve that gift. All right. So when you go back to your dashboard, you're going to see pending sent gifts, which means he hasn't approved it yet, but you've already sent it. You've already sent the $50. All right. So now when he approves it, you will see it show up over here saying approve, receive gifts. All right. And that's just how it works.
TJ, can I interrupt you for just one moment?
Yes.
Okay, so for everyone on here, what TJ just went over with your registration and sending your gifts and attaching, excuse me, the screenshot, that's already being done for all of you. Roma and I have been doing that. We started that already this week. So when you guys receive your login and your password, this initial process will have already been done. That's the sponsorship that we were talking about, that's registering you, and that transition. So when I asked you guys to just bear with us and make sure that the information is correct, everything that he's showing you right now is what we are actually literally doing this week. So when you get your login information, you will be a step ahead. And this is pretty much where you'll be once you get your login information already.
Absolutely.
Question, Janelle, you're going to be sending that information over once we're registered?
Once I have you registered, we're getting a certain number registered, and then we're going to be reaching out and sending it over to you. But again, like he said, it's a time factor. So my main concern is getting everyone in ASAP. And as you can see, it's a good amount of work and it's time consuming, but because of the gifting part and the sponsorship part, we are taking control of that so you guys don't have to be responsible for it. So just bear with us, let us get through this part, then you guys will receive your login information and passwords. And when you get that from us, then you know it's go time. Like he said, you got the keys.
Correct. Yeah, so and like I stated, she's already doing a lot of this stuff for you guys. So I'm just mainly letting you guys know once you have the keys to this vehicle, how to really operate it. Because pretty much what she's doing is setting you guys up. So by the time you get the keys to this and she said, here's your login, your password, you guys should already be, or probably some of you probably gonna be on the $500 board, honestly, depending on how many of you guys are actually coming in. But you're probably gonna be at this board 150. So you're gonna have to actually know how to go to the next step. So that you're not depending on her to redo the whole steps all over again. So that's why I wanted to show you guys kind of how to maneuver through that. And I will definitely post a training video so each person can have it. It's actually on YouTube as well. So that way, if you guys kind of need a refresher, there is a training video just on this process. So you guys can definitely maneuver through the system without always having to reach out to Janelle or whoever your other admins are to kind of work this system, because it is a lot managing people manually. And again, that is why we created this automated system. So that way you can't really mess this up. I know some of you may be looking at, well, this is a whole lot of stuff. What if I click and mess something up? You can, if you mess something up, you can always reach out to us if you feel like you can't fix it. But I mean, literally everything in the back, the only thing you can do is gift the wrong person, and you can't really gift the wrong person because the computer is going to tell you who to give. So you can't gift the wrong person. So as long as it's not involving gifts or something like that, if you gift the wrong person, it's because you maybe put in the cash out wrong, put in the Zelle wrong, and then that's just something you have to work out outside of the program. But always double check the information. Something I do personally is just kind of look at the cash app, look at the Zelle, and just go over it 3 times. I always 3 check myself just to make sure that I put it in exactly correct. I put it in exactly how the person has it there. So if the person that you're gifting put in the wrong Cash App, that is not your fault. Okay, we're not going to hold you back from that. They're just going to have to go on without that gift because they refuse to update their PayPal, their Cash App, their Zelle. All right, so don't get overwhelmed and say, well, what if I mess this up? I clicked the wrong thing. Guys, you can't mess this up. It's dummy proof. All right. But however, if there is something that you kind of getting a snag into, I know Janelle reached out earlier because there was a problem when she couldn't log in, something like that. We can easily go in and just create a new login, create a new password for you so that you can retrieve your account. We can do it in a matter of seconds. So you guys don't have to really worry about that. All right. So let's just get into some of the questions you guys may have concerning this process, concerning the merger. I really want to deal with that. That's mainly what this is about. Because again, I really don't want you guys worrying about, well, I got to find 2 people right now. Do I have to re-gift right now? Again, Janelle is telling you she's handling all of that stuff for you guys. So what questions did you guys have just concerning the whole process? What concerns you guys have that I can answer for you here that will kind of make you guys transition a little bit more smoother and a little bit more appealing to you to know that you're in good hands and this is going to be a good move for everybody that's a part of this community. And before I do that and have you guys lift your hands in the chat, I will say this. I know some people may say, well, I want to come in and just recuperate what I lost and just be done. And you can perfectly do that. It's perfectly fine if that's what you want to do. But the reality is the way this automated system is set up, if you make it to the $500 board, which most of you, 9 times out of 10, you're going to do it, and you get gifted your $4,000, remember, when you back out, somebody that gets that spot is automatically going to get gifted on the next board because the same people from the $50 board, the $150 board is already behind them. So they don't need 2 people. They're going to keep moving. So you're going to, once you get to that $500 board again, you're automatically in the position to go to the mega board and your gift is already solidified basically. But however, I just want to throw that out there. Most people say, you're going to be turning down free money. But I get it. If you've been burnt and you just want to kind of get what you done got out, it's not a problem. I know Janelle says she don't have a problem just replacing you because anybody would love to have that spot because they already have 2 people. And that's a guaranteed gift. It's a no-brainer. All right. Shelly, let's answer your question. Let me unmute you.
So I have a question. I have 3 family members who came in and they have not received anything. So, and they have gifted their $500. So where do they come in on this board?
Right. So that's what Janelle is doing. She's giving the $50 for everybody, I'm assuming, in the community. And Janelle, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I just want to make sure that we're correct. But everybody that's a part of the community, whether they've gifted or whatever the case may be, on the $500 board, she's going ahead and putting you guys in at the $50 level.
That is correct.
So you don't worry about the $500 board because you're going to get it back when you move forward anyway. So by the time, again, she give you the keys to this and give you your login, your password, you're going to already have be on that 150 board, which gifts out at an amount of $600. So everybody's going to basically get that money right back and then just move forward, as you're being gifted or just decide to leave. But again, in my opinion, if you get it in this particular program, the way we're doing it, it wouldn't be wise because you already have the people to push you to the next level. You're not stalled. There's no way you can stall. So my thing is, if you've succeeded on the $50 board, which everybody has so far, you're good. You're good. Okay. So for those 3 family members that you have, she's already going to gift those $50 for them on this board. So basically, you're coming in this program scot-free. You're not paying anything. You're not gifting anything. She's gifting it for you to come in, and then all you do is just basically pick up where you left off. So once you get the $200, it's going to you. It's not going to Janelle. She's, it's going straight to you. So when you get that $200, what you're going to do then is gift out of the $200. It's not your money. It's Janelle's money, whoever money, where, I don't know how she get doing it, but wherever it came from, it's not money that you or your family had to put in to get it. So it's basically like you're just in a brand new system, starting all over, but you're not having the gift to do it. So the only time you gift is when you actually, basically what she's saying is, here's $200. Do you want to continue? I gave you $200. You didn't have to work for it. All you got to do is put in another $150, and then you're going to get $600 to show you this works. And then you continue to move forward from that point. That's the best way I can put it. So you can't kind of worry about those that's on that board that kind of stalled out and didn't get gifted. That's why she's gifting for you guys, because she see the models work. She see the professionalism behind it. and she's pretty sure that you guys that have not been gifted, you guys will have a way better chance of being gifted in this community versus just, you know, being stuck where you are. And the reality is nothing's changing, nothing's moving. You're just at a standstill.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
All right, so pretty much what you're saying is Janelle's gonna give for us in the $50 board. Once we receive our $200 gift, that's gonna be our responsibility to gift in to be on the $150 board.
Correct.
And then once we get the payout for the 150 board, which you said is a $600 payout,
Correct.
that's when we would have to go ahead and gift to be on the $500 board.
Correct.
Okay, and all of this doesn't really have a time frame. It's just a sitting and waiting game, as in when we will be gifted again.
Right. So again, the computer doesn't really care. Like I said, people who already came in, they're getting to the $500 board in literally 3 days. So it's not no longer a 4-week process or whatever the case may be. And again, you'll be able to look at your downline in real time to see exactly where you are. And the system will tell you, you got 4 people who signed up under you, maybe they haven't gifted. And that's why you have their contact number. You can actually contact them and say, hey, are you still interested in gifting? What's the hold up? Whatever the case may be. You'll be able to communicate with them one-on-one. But there's no hold up. That's the benefit between this software. There's no hold up. It's not going to hold you up.
I know there's not really a holdup, but I just think it's not that it has anything to do with you, but it has to do with the old process that we had before, you know, where everyone had like a date. Now there's no dates. So I think a lot of questions and concerns with a lot of people and myself is being that now you're saying this is a software thing. People that were supposed to be gifted like right away when all of this had changed, they probably won't be. I don't know if Janelle could answer this, but being that it's a software thing and it's the computer that's picking people, how would you know they're going to be first on the $500 board?
So
Because you're
I
leaving
can,
it up to a computer. It's not
no,
like,
I can answer that one. This is Yvette, right?
yeah.
Hi, okay, so I can answer this. I have made it strategic to, and I think TJ mentioned this earlier because I let him know what I'm doing. Anyone who was sitting in the water and didn't collect, they're going to be one of the first set of people. Anyone in that position of the earth that was up next to be gifted, you're going in that first stream. Anyone who was in the air and waiting. So those are the first set of people, and I've spoken to all of the people who've been in the water previously, who've been gifted already. They're not going to come in the front line again. They're stepping back behind you guys to support you moving through the process a lot quicker. So you guys are going to take the forefront. So, you know, you're one of the first people, you know, that I've registered. Shelly, to answer your question for your people. So any of you guys who have been sitting, I went to those people first. Any who were up next, or you were supposed to be gifted 4 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. You guys are the first ones to go into rotation. Like I've always said, this is being done with integrity, and trust me, I'm not losing sleep for nothing. And I understand, you know, the risks that everyone took, you know, the challenges, everyone making those decisions to come out of pocket with such a large sum of money. So this is to pump life back into what was, you know, pretty much dying. And I understand everyone's urgency, and they're going in rotation that way. They're being placed in there. So the computer, even though it's a computer system, their system is allowing me to stack you guys. And so Roma and I have gone back to, okay, who's been sitting the longest? Who's been waiting? Who has 10 people supported their entire family going in, you know, 2 months ago? We're pushing those people at the forefront. So I do want to make sure that you guys understand that's definitely being done that way.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is, so basically what's going to happen is the $500 that they have put out is just gone at this point.
Well, it's not gone. It's again pumping life back into it. So what we're doing is we have to pump that $500 back up. There's nowhere for it to come from right now. So with this mini board and the $50 board and the other group of people that they have coming in as well, plus with all the sponsorships, the purpose of this is to find it again. Right now, if we just sit there, yes, it would be gone, but we're pumping it back up to bring that $500 back to life. So when they do invest it along the mini board and the mini board 1.0, 2.0 to the standard, it's not money out of pocket again. It's money that's being rotated back to them to help them get to the end game of the standard board of receiving that $4,000 gift. So that's why we're doing this, is to make sure that the 500 that everyone put in is not gone. If we don't do something, then it will be gone. But doing this, it won't be gone.
Okay.
Great.
I got a question. My question is, I noticed that from the mini board to the standard board, it's now 8 times the money you put in. For the 500, it goes down to the 4,000. Am I correct that it changes from 4 people behind you to 8 people behind you?
Yes, so from the mini board 1.0 to 1.2 is only well, let's look at it like this. It's a total of 7 people on the mini board 1.0 and 2.0. That's including the person in the water position all the way down to the fire position. Then your standard board goes back to your regular standard board, which is 8 people on the bottom, and then a total board of 15 people. So yes, on those first 2 boards, it's only a total of 4 people at the bottom, and then your other 3 people at the top.
Okay, so my question now is, to follow up with that, wouldn't it need more people once you get to the standard board? Because I thought the $50 would feed the standard board.
Right, so it's going to put 2 boards together. So if you look at it, 7 and 7 is 14, not including yourself. So on the regular board, there's a total of 14 people, and the person in the water position actually make the 15th person. So you're going to have a member. That's why those mini boards are so small, because it's going to stop that so much from splitting. So when you get a mini board and a mini board 2.0, you have a total of 14 people. So both of those 14 people are going to the standard board, which is what you need to fill that whole board up.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Great question.
Hi, I have a question.
Yes.
When would how soon are we looking for this to start, where the usernames and stuff are gonna get sent out and things are gonna start rolling?
Well, Janelle will let you, I guess you have to actually, Janelle, can you answer that? Because I know you're signing people up. She's already started signing people up, so the process has already started. So I don't know where she is as far as sending those out.
Naomi, you're already in, just again, because of the time frame factor. I just want to get as many people in, because if we stop getting people in, people will get in before us. So let me just finish getting everyone in. And then by the end of the week, or even before the end of the week, between Thursday, Friday, I'll start sending everyone their logins, but you guys will be already in there. We're just working on putting the 400 plus people in.
Okay, no problem. Also, I added a note on my. I'll message you.
I know, I got
after
you.
this.
You're the
okay.
third Naomi. I got you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much.
There's 3 of you.
Yeah.
I got you, Sally.
All right, next question.
How does it work for you getting a second hand?
So with this, if you want to do more than one spot, you have to actually create another account, because the system is set up. Because again, a lot of people got burnt that way before too, buying 4 and 5 spots because they felt like, okay, I come in and I be 2 of my own too. And the reality is you need 2 people for each one of those spots. So it's designed pretty much set up where you actually just go through one time for one person. But however, we do have people who have came in and just set up multiple accounts. And you can actually use the same password. The only thing the system recognizes is the username and email. So you cannot set up another account with the same username or the same email. So as long as you have a different email and a different username, you can use the exact same password. And you can just set up an account, like you can put in Kevin1, Kevin2, and both of them going to your same PayPal, your same Cash App, whatever the case may be. So you just have to set up a completely different account and log into both and keep check of both of those if you want to do more than one spot. All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, my name is Juliet. My question is, once you reach to the top level for the $12,000, do you then go back down to the 50 and build up again?
Yeah, so you're gonna recycle all the way back through. So all the people, you don't have to build up again because again, that's the same people that's there. They're gonna rotate right back to that $50 board with you, and you're gonna keep going back and forth. And the reason why you're rotating is because when you get back to that $50 board, it's gonna ask you to give somebody who's at the bottom, who's actually may need two people or whatever the case may be. So the goal is to get as many people in the community to loop back around, so that way it eventually closes off at a certain point. But again, you're gonna need so many people to do that. It's gonna take a significant amount of numbers to do that. So yeah, everybody will circle back around to that $50 board. And again, remember, right now we still have that gifting forward off of that mega board. So again, you're not going to take home the whole 12,000. You're going to take home 8. So you'll have an extra 4 just in your community that you can cycle through and bring other people in, sponsor people. Only a portion of that goes towards helping towards all the updates and stuff we have with the software. But like I said, the way everybody's been working on this $50 board, we're going to end up in that mega board, probably back up to 11,000 or 10,000, because I mean, everybody's not having a problem with the 2 people and not having a problem moving in. I mean, it's been, it's only been in existence for about 2 or 3 weeks now, but there's been a 100% success rate. So as long as everything keep going the way it's going, there will be no need to gift forward. I mean, we'll just raise the amount back up.
Okay, and also, I have quite a few more people that I wanted to bring in, but it was capped off, so I figured let me wait. But when can we start bringing in new people?
So once Janelle gives you your login, your password for your first account that she set up for you, then you can use your actual affiliate link and start bringing those persons in. But I'm not sure. And Janelle, if you can come in, do you want everybody in the community as a whole to wait, or just, once they get their login, their password, they're good to go ahead and start inviting people? Because again, they're going to start, the computer's going to stack them regardless. Even if you put people under her, if she brings more people in, it's going to help those other people who are already there. So I'm not
Well,
sure.
if it's going to help, then that's fine.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that no one loses their place in rotation for the people who've been waiting, which is why I was urging everyone to just wait a little bit. Let's get the community in. But if it's going to help and not hurt, then you give them that direction. You know your system better than I do.
Yeah, well, I mean, it'll definitely help. So I would say, just like I said, the main thing is once she gives you the login and password, then use your affiliate link.
Because you will already be in.
Because you'll already be in, correct.
I have another question.
Sure.
All right. So being that the mega board is at 8,000 now, could you go over each board regifting amount? If you have to regift back in the community, do you have to regift with the mini boards, with the standard boards, with the mega boards? Is it the same amount? Is it 50, 150, 500 being regifted into?
Yes. So
And for the mega board right now, which is 8,000 payout, is it a 1,500 regifting back in the community after your 8,000 payout?
No. So what happens is your initial gift, what Janelle is doing, is $50. So that's your initial gift. And once you get 200 out of that 200, you're going to give to the mini board 2.0. You're going to give 150 out of that 200. So once you gift that 150, you're going to get gifted back in return 600. Now, out of that 600, you're going to give to the standard board, which is that board that you normally own. You're going to give 500 to that board, and then once you get gifted from that board, the total gift should be $4,000. Okay, so out of that 4,000, you're going to keep 2,500, and you're going to gift 15 to the mega board. Now, where the mega board works is because it's a gifting forward. It's going to tell you to gift 2 people. The first person you're going to gift is just the person in the banker level, which is going to be that $1,000. The other 500 is the computer is going to pull to see who's requested help or assistance, can't find 2 people, whatever the case may be, and it's going to send you their name and say, well, help sister, help Andy out, help Andrew out, whatever the case may be. So to say, send 500 to Andy, send 500 to Taylor, or whoever the system needs, that their board is not moving slow, and that's why that's gifting forward is in position So again, that everybody can kind of have no excuse not to really get gifted. Because if you're bringing people in and you got gifting forward, there's no reason you shouldn't, you know, be successful. No reason at all, really, just being frank with you. And then once you come off that mega board, you're going to give $50 back on the mini board. So you start the process completely over with the same people.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? You guys have some really good questions.
They've been in limbo a long time. They had a lot of questions.
No problem. I think
Um,
Noel's got a question, I think. Hold 1 second. Let me see if I unmute him.
okay.
Yes, sir. I'm new to this, man. I was still kind of busy going in and out. What I'm kind of busy right this second. But how long does this normally goes on? If you don't mind me asking.
What do you mean as far as how long does it go on? Like just the whole process? How many times you can do it?
Yes. So yes. How long? Like how long does the process like stay? Do you have to stay at like time frame wise? Like how does it normally do it? Like do you go for like weeks, months, years by this? I don't know. I'm new to this. Like I said, I'm just trying to figure out how it works.
Right. So as far as when you get gifted on each level, it's totally up to you and the people that's under you. So again, the computer is setting you in such a way that it doesn't hold up your progress. So just based on past results. Again, we've seen people get gifted in 2 days, 3 days, and like I said, just within a week's time, they're already back at the $4,000 board. So I really can't put a time frame on the gifting process. But just, I mean, you can do it as long as you want to. You know, if it's working, you can do it forever. You know, the only person that can stop it is you, or if the community stop bringing in 2 people. But as long as you're working the process, I mean, you can do this many times you want to. It's going to loop around until you decide you don't want to do it. So as long as you're getting paid, hey, you keep doing it. You know.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hey, I got a question.
Yes.
So if you get up to the 500, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you reinvest in the 500 one if you want, or you got to move up to the next step?
You got to move to the next step. And the reason for that is because, again, we're trying to keep people together so the board don't stall. Because what'll happen is, let's say if you're on the $500 board and you get gifted 4,000, and you say, okay, I want to sit still on the 4,000, I want to come back in again. The reality is the person behind you may say, okay, we want 8,000, you know, or if we ready to make a board back up to 10,000, I want 10,000 versus 4,000 because I already got the people. So now you don't have the same backing because the people that you had behind you kept going and you decided to stay. So now you got to kind of build that board from the middle, and then you're back in the same situation you started in. So the whole concept is to keep the people or keep your core group, or make sure you got enough people per se to make sure you get gifted all the way through the process. But like I said, trust me, it don't take long for you guys to go through the process. Like I said, we haven't even been a week into this thing where people have been coming in and they're already, you know, almost at that mega board within 7 days. So you talking like over a community of over 300 people already getting gifted from 50 to, you know, from 100 to 600 to 4,000 and getting ready to go on the mega board all in less than 7 days. But again, that's because there's a large amount of people that's still coming in as well. So I hope that answered your question.
Okay, so when you get to a board like, for example, the standard board,
Mm-hmm.
does it really gives you an idea of, because you know you said you get to the standard board, there's 8 people below you or underneath you, however you want to put it.
Correct.
Does it kind of give you an idea of, okay, now that I'm at the standard board, maybe within a week or so, I'm gonna get payout to move up to the mega board? Like is there anything on the system that reassures you that now you're at the board, you know, you'll be moving forward sooner rather than later?
Absolutely. So you can actually look in and see those that are on you, because when they come to you, you're automatically get pushed up. So let's just let me log into this so you guys can see it. Just to answer that question. Give me 1 second here. Because we signed up this account under KFG2, I think. All right. So let's go look at KFG2. So let's say he just signed up today and want to know KFG2. What did we put for the password? I think it was this one. Let me see. Let's log into his. All right. So all you gotta do is come and look at this banker board, and it's gonna show you who's all done signed up under you. So it automatically shows you that we brought in KFG 10. All right. Same thing when the next person come in, whether you put them there or whether the system puts them there. They're all going to show here. So you can always come in here and you can actually click on KFG 10 to kind of see where his progression is, to see how many people is following him. And you can actually keep up exactly where you're going to go and how fast you're going to get there. So that's why you want to check these boards. And again, the reason why they're getting gifted so quick is because you only need 4 people to buy them. So now when KFG gets these 2 people, you're getting gifted. When this person gets their 2 people, you're getting gifted and you're going to the next board. So the system.
I'm sorry, we can't see your screen.
Huh?
We can't see your screen. You
Oh,
didn't share the screen.
let's see.
I'm seeing it though.
You're seeing it?
Mm-hmm.
I see it.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
I can see it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I can see it as well. I can see it.
Okay, good. So yeah, once this person comes in and gets their 2 people, you're getting gifted. And what'll happen is once you, let's say this person comes in and this person comes in, when you get your first person here, the computer gonna automatically send you a message saying it's time to gift to the 150 board.
So I have a question. It's the same person. Just looking at the board, just like you have KFG2 and then you have KFG10.
Mhm.
So once those little man icons turn green, like all of them, if I was on the $500 board and there was 8 people below me, once all of those 8 change from gray to green, that's when I'll be fully gifted to go to the other board. That's my question. Is that how you'll know your progress once those icons turn green?
Right. So you'll have different aspects. You can look at the green icon, that means they're active. But you see how you the username is always going to be in parentheses. When you see that under the person's name, that means they have sent you the gift. You've approved the gift. Their gifting is done. So that means they've sent you the gift and it says sent gift. So like I said, once you get here and you get those other 8 people, it won't even be the total 8. The computer's going to notify you and let you know, hey, you're starting to get gifted now. The other board is now available to you. So what some people do, like even on the $500 board, even though you're getting $4,000, let's say on the $600 board, for example, let's just use that one for this small one. Okay, when they get the 500, they're in position to get the 4,000. So once they get 4 people, they already got 2,000. The mega board is already open to them. So it's up to them. They can go ahead and gift early on the mega board, or just sit there and wait till they get their whole 4,000 before they get to the mega board. So the computer's gonna let you know once you're starting to get gifted, so you can kind of keep an eye on it. So because you got to approve the gift, that's the thing. You got to log into the system and actually approve that you received the gift. So when someone sends you a gift, you get a notification. You get the screenshot, and you actually have to hit approve to say you got it. So you don't have to worry about actually sending it to the admins or anything like that. You know, you check your own Cash App, you check your own Zelle, and then you go in the system and hit approve. Okay, KFG 10 actually sent me the gift, approve. And once you hit approve, it's gonna say approve gift. And it's gonna let you know every little step that you're doing. Like literally, it's gonna talk to you to make sure that you're doing every single step. So the only thing that you have to do, I tell people to check this thing literally right now as your guys are coming in, check it 2 or 3 times a day. And what we're working on now behind the scenes, because it's actually just taking off better than we thought it was. We're working on getting our technician to integrate where a text message will actually come to your phone, letting you know the same notification that you get within the back office side. Just because people are getting gifted so quickly, and they was like, I didn't check it. I was at work. I didn't think I was gonna get gifted till next week. But the reality is, it's done within the same day they signed up. So we're working on trying to implement a text message system, but unfortunately, we kind of get the best price because it's a lot of money tied up to that. And again, with us, we don't get there's no admin fee, so we don't charge anything as far as an admin fee or anything like that. We don't get paid, anything like that. We're in the program just like you guys are, but we just took the initiative to make it work. So we have to figure out where those funds are going to come from to compensate all that thing. So we're just trying to figure out now if we want to just, use it based on the mega board gifting forward to try to help out once people have no problem with that, just to make that process easier of the notification system. But yes, to answer your question, the computer will definitely let you know, hey, keep an eye out. You're starting to get gifted. You're getting ready to move up. And again, if you're at the $500 board, you might as well just be ready to go because you already got your back and you need. So it's only a matter of time. So I would say within 24 to 48 hours, just keep check on it. And like I said, if you don't see that those little parentheses are there, you know, you can always just click on the person's name and just contact them and say, hey, I noticed that you're under my downline. You know, are you going to continue? Do we need to replace you? What's the case may be? And if it's a case where we need to replace somebody, because, you know, I get it. Some people, like I say, have been burnt before and they just want to get their money back and go. But they still have people under them. So it's completely their choice. They're going to get paid regardless. So if they do decide to just take what they, you know, cut their losses and go and just take the 4,000, when you contact them, the person ain't going to say, hey, I got done. I got gifted and I'm done. Then all you do is contact the admin, which is us on the back end, and say, hey, check with KFG10. He decided he's done. He got his 4,000 because I'm next to be gifted from that person, but they dropped out. And what'll happen is we'll just find somebody because they'll take it. Like literally today, we had somebody that was on one of the boards who did that very same thing because they had heard something from some other community based on a $25 board or something. I forgot what it was, but whatever the case may be, it was nothing bad on our part. But literally, they had a bunch of people under them, and the person came in and literally 10 minutes got gifted $200, like just like that, like in 10 minutes, because they already had the people there. So it's going to notify you and definitely let you know each step of the process, so that way you're not trying to figure out what timeline or, you know, when I'm going to get gifted and things like that. So you'll definitely know how close you are based on the people that's under your bottom line.
Well, I got two questions.
Okay.
Question one, can you go back to the dashboard and show us, because you gifted from KFG 10, and I see where it says pending approval. How do you approve that?
So back to the dashboard where it says pending approval.
Oh, pending sent gifts.
Oh, you mean for KFG 10?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that has
Is there something you have to do for it to show received?
No, so what happens is, remember, it went to Adron Reedy. This is the person that's in the banker position. And I can actually, let me see if I can log into his account. Let me see. I should be able to. He's in the banker position, so he's the banker. Let's log into his account, see if it shows. Okay, so you see right here where it says, Dear banker, congratulations, you have successfully received your gift. So he's the one that needs to confirm it and to show the total gifts he's received. So when he clicks here, he's gonna get a notification. So when he clicks there, let me move this down so you can see KFG 10 number 5. This is the person that needs to get approved gift. So, you know, he can view it, make sure the screenshot is there, check his PayPal, check his Cash App, and just hit approved gift. And so when he hits approved gift, payment approved successfully. And so now let's go back to KFG 10. KFG 10. And it's set up like that way, so that way people can't say, well, I gifted you and you didn't receive the gift. No, the person actually had to approve it to say they got it. So when you go back here now, it says approved sent gifts right here on the right-hand side. Notice it was over here on pending gifts. So now it's on the approved. So that means he's approved it, it's done, you're good to go. And that's why when you look right here at the dashboard now, you'll see those KFG 10s now in parentheses that I talked about. Because once he has to confirm your gift, now you will see your full name, and then, or not your full name, but your username. Your name and then your username will be in parentheses to let people know that you completed the full process.
Okay. And the second question is for Janelle. I know you sent a message about not being able to use the same email for multiple. How have we figured out how to address that?
Yes. So through a previous training, I learned that the email does not have to necessarily be correct. And what's going to happen is we're generating generic emails to get the process started. And just like how TJ showed you guys in the beginning in your profile, once we send over that profile to you with the login and password, you're going to go in and then you can then generate an email for yourself. Just don't lose your password, but you can generate an email for yourself. You can go, you know, Google can do free ones. You can create another. It'll give you guys time to do that. But in the essence of us getting you guys in very quickly, we're generating generic emails for those multiple profiles that you guys have.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Janelle, this question's for you too.
Yes.
So just like Roman was saying,
Mhm.
once the person gifted, that's underneath you, the name's gonna go into like a parentheses. Now,
Mhm.
pretty much being with you, being the admin that kept track of everything, this whole process is totally up to us, correct? We have
Once
to, we're
once
gonna
you
be the
guys
one
get
that,
in there, yeah, it's
yeah,
totally
we're
up.
gonna have to be the one that's messaging someone that's beneath us that's not paying to go into the parentheses. Um,
I'll be here for support. I'll be here for
No, I'm
backup
just asking,
support, but
like, I just want to know, like, if
yes,
I see
this is
someone, just like you said, if I see someone underneath me that hasn't really turned into the whole parentheses thing, and I say, hey, are you going to continue? Should we find somebody to replace you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying
mhm,
all of that is up to us now, correct?
that's correct.
Okay.
And I'll add to that as well. You shouldn't really have a problem. I know Janelle got a few on right now that she signed up that she hasn't gifted for, and that's because she got a lot she's trying to get in. But the reality is, people are not going to want to get skipped over. So again, when you're signing up like that and you're just sitting there and your name doesn't go in parentheses, it means you haven't sent your gift. So if you sit there and don't send your gift, you'll get pushed further and further down the line because the computer is not going to make you hold up everybody else above you just because you just want to sit there. So it's very important, again, that when people sign up, and Janelle, even when you're signing them up, if you're trying to keep them all
Yes.
together and keep them getting gifted quickly, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's only because I'm on this meeting why we stopped, but
Yeah, I
they'll
know,
go over.
I know. So, just make sure when a person gifts, they don't want to get skipped. So you're not gonna really have that problem if you see their name there. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna go ahead and gift you because they don't want to lose that spot because they know that people are coming in. And some of the other family members have already gotten gifted, so they're like, "Hey, it's working. Let me go over here." So that's the reality of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got a quick question. How long does it take before a person, let's just say, gets skipped over?
Okay, so with that process, it's normally like 24 to 48 hours because, again, it's designed that once you sign up to go ahead and gift immediately. Um, because it's basically like, if I sign up, I'm ready to go. So that's the purpose of it, sending you the exact person. But it does give you a little time frame in between. It doesn't just automatically skip you right away. But if you actually have like 48 hours or a week by, then yeah, it's gonna pass you by if 4 or 5 people come in under you. Yes.
Okay. One other question before I go. Um, what does the tax situation look like? Is there a tax situation for this community?
You said taxes?
Yeah, tax. Like,
Yeah.
is there any tax commitments or whatever that we have to think about when being in this community?
Yeah, so all of our tax guidelines are on the website, kfg1.org. People do their taxes differently. I always tell people, we do have some people in our group that whatever they profit, they automatically just put it down as extra income. Some people go by the gifting rule that says, hey, I haven't reached $10,000, so I don't have, it's tax-free income. So it just depends on how you're doing it and how you look at your morals with it. So there's different ways you can go about doing it. But the IRS said if you're looking at the gift limitation, is $15,000 per one person. But I do know in some gifting communities, because there is a profit margin in between, they do say, the IRS can look at that as still extra income. So it just depends on how you're looking at it and how you're actually keeping up with it. Me personally, I would just say pay the taxes on it, but some people just want to go by it. They fight that stipulation because it does say $15,000 gifting limit. So it's totally up to you, but all those tax guidelines are on the website. Because if you go over 15,000, you have to pay taxes anyway. So we do make that available for you guys. And let me just type it in the chat again for you guys so you guys can have that website just in case you guys didn't get it. So you can go look at those tax guidelines. So that's going to be kfg1.org. It's going to be our website. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi.
I have a
Hello.
question.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. I think this is Trish.
Yes. It's Trisha. Yeah.
Trisha.
Hi. My
Right.
question is, for a family of 4 or 5, do we each need a username and password to access the new database?
If all 4 or 5 of y'all are signing up, yes.
Okay, so it's an individual sign up. Okay. Okay.
There's a question for Janelle.
Yes.
So Janelle, this is Paul here. So
Hi, Paul.
I know you spoke about this already, but I just want to, get some confirmation. Like for my group, like, those people in like were on my flowers and stuff. Are you keeping all of us together?
We're keeping the entire community together in the order that they were next in line to be gifted. So it would not be you all together, because it would be more so all the waters who needed to collect, all the earths, then all the airs, and then all the fires.
Yes.
So yeah, it would be unfair for me to just take from your community only and keep them grouped. Because there are a lot of people who've been waiting even way before them. So we're taking it in order of, I guess, in delay.
Seniority or something like that. No, well,
Exactly.
so basically what I was trying to find out is not that really, but it's good that you mentioned that, is for example, seeing that we are going to be managing those who are under us. The reason why I asked the question is that I know if, like, for example, I know my people that are in my flower, so we are all committed. So in terms of reaching out, some people may not want to reach out to strange, people that they really don't know like that, because they don't know how they will respond. But
so I know that you guys are used to, kind of helping each other out. And this is more of an individual basis. It's going to be, you'll be able to, if someone requires your help, they would just have to share that information with you with, your login and your password, but that's at your own discretion. For anyone that you might need to help, even if some of us have, older family members who are not so tech savvy. But as far as keeping it in the group and all that manual phone call texting, it's not necessary anymore.
Okay.
But if there is someone that you need to manage, all they have to do is just share that login information, and then you can help them in that way.
All right, no problem.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
I'm gonna add this question to him as well, but I think this is part of his question.
Okay.
Once he actually gets in, because those of you that do have like a core group, because we have people like that as well. Again, that's what this affiliate URL is for. So once Janelle actually puts you in, he can actually just copy this link, and those people that's in his flower would go directly under him only. It wouldn't help the other people on the other side. It would just go into him. So the thing is, the computer still wouldn't stack nobody under him unless you did the manual code. So for those that want to stay like in their knit flower like that, they need to, once they get in and get their login, they want to immediately give them their affiliate URL link and make them sign up the exact same day. So that way they're all in that one umbrella. And then
yeah, that's exactly what I was. That's my question. Exactly, that's what I was asking.
So Paul, here's what I will say, because I went over that, and I went over it in my brain. I went over it with Roma. I went over it with another team member on TJ's side, and I went over it with TJ. So I bounced that idea back and forth, whether we should use that affiliate link or the master link. As much as we want to group everyone together and keep them grouped together, I don't want us to end up in the same position, grouped and stagnated, because we're waiting just for that link. But if we use the master link, then everybody's going to keep flowing. And so unfortunately, we may break up and spread apart, but we're moving while we're broken up. Is because we're moving. I don't want us to use that link just because of the comfort level of staying with each other, because that's what kind of made us stagnated right now, where I had, we probably had 20 flowers that were moving like wildflower. Meanwhile, we had 60 stuck.
Gotcha.
And yours was one of the ones moving like wildflower.
Yeah. And that's why, but I'm going to still encourage those who are under my, I'll encourage them, even if I don't really know them like that. I'll reach out and,
And yeah, and I'll discuss it again with TJ on his end to see what's best for the group, just in case anything changes with their system. But I don't want us to stay stuck because we're grouping it with how it was.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, because that master link is going to actually just stack you wherever the next place is best for you to be gifted. So that's what it's going to do. It's going to put you in the next available top position. It's not going to say, well, who knows this person, who knows that person. That's the difference between the master link and the affiliate link. Affiliate link is when you're just set on building your own group
Yes.
way down versus just trying to get everybody in the community gifted quickly. So that's what the computer master link is going to do, and that's what Janelle is trying to do. Is just those who have been stagnated, who hasn't received a gift. Kind of get them in quick wherever the computer can put them at to go ahead and push them to the top to get them gifted.
Cool. No problem.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right. Was there any other questions? I think we pretty much covered a lot of it. And for those of you that, and Janelle, I'm gonna post this as well. Once Janelle, and don't go in until she actually gets you the link. Everybody can kind of copy this link, or if you do go in and just actually do it, you can join it once she actually sends everything over. Because we do have a Telegram link, so people can kind of keep notified and keep up to date with what's going on. So I'm gonna post this in here as well. So once you guys actually get your login and password, and she's got you guys logged in, you want to definitely join that group. So that way that if there's any Zoom calls that we're doing, if there's any updates, we need to immediately get to anybody and do an immediate Zoom call. You'll be able to do that. But we haven't really been doing a lot of Zoom calls here lately because we haven't needed to. Because again, this automated system is pretty much self-explanatory. The only thing we kind of put out was the training video on how to begin to use the automated system. And so again, it takes a lot off of the back end from having to do Zoom calls, doing updates, telling you who to give, confirming your gifts and all that kind of stuff. It's just, everything is literally in your hands. So that's the group me link there. So you guys can kind of be a part of that once you guys actually are part of the community. So I think that's it. I'm gonna turn it back over to Janelle. Those of you that's coming over, I wish great success amongst you guys, a part of the Kingdom Financial Group, along with everybody else that's been successful in this and doing what they've been doing and moving forward. So if there's anything we can do here to help, once you get enrolled and everything, you'll have a way to contact us as well through email and through that Telegram link. So we look forward to having everybody a part of the team. Janelle is in your hands.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, TJ. That was so helpful for, I know, myself and for a lot of other people, just to at least see the process once more. I know many of you probably still have some questions in regards to your rotations. Like I said, just please, on Tuesday and Thursday between 12 to 6, you can reach out so I can answer those questions for you. But please keep in mind that we're really, really, really busy getting as many of you in as quickly as possible. We have come to an agreement to do the merge of, we're going to do it in groups of 100. So we're going to do 100 this week, 100 next week, and 100 the following week. So those of you who have multiple hands, that's where I'm going to ask you to be considerate of the split, but you're going to, at least get 1 to 2 first. Let's get through everyone evenly in an even manner. Remember, like I said, the ones who have been gifted already, you're going to go in that last group of people. So that way you come on the back end for me to have the time, and we're putting in the funding to get everyone through. So just please be patient, but many of you have already started to go in. I've already started that gifting process, and I will be sending out those initial logins by the end of the week. Give me a chance, you'll get it. I would say by Thursday, Friday, and by the time you get it, the goal and the idea here is to be able to move to the next board. I've been giving everyone an estimated time frame of about 3 weeks per process. That was how their old process was before they went automated. So I'm happy to know that they went automated and it's moving that much faster. We're going to do everything in our power that we can to make those of you who felt, a little concerned about what's been going on, just as much as I've been concerned, try to make things right. So that's the point of this. I know some of you might be a little confused as to why and what's going on, but if we don't make this move, that's when you'll lose. This move is so you don't lose. Okay, so I just want to thank everyone for being so patient and understanding, and better things are to come.
Yeah. Last question, Janelle.
Mhm.
So those persons who have like 3 hands and they use only one email.
I'm creating a generic one, and then you can go in and create one yourself and change it later. So don't worry about that for now.
So those persons are going to get how would they get the information from the generic one?
Once it'll be in your login, it'll be in your
Okay.
login and your username and password. We will
Okay.
do what we need to do to create your
Fine.
profile.
No problem.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much and have a good night. Thank you again, TJ.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
Thank you, Janelle.
Thank you very much, Janelle. Thank you, TJ.
Absolutely. You're welcome.
Good night.